A first year in the SEC, and Texas is in the title game. I guess it really does just mean more. We're going to jump straight into this game. Texas here leads by a field goal. Last play of the game, Carson Beck trying to throw. His arm is extended and he is taken down. He's injured and leaves the game. Now you talk to Texas fans. If you were secretly rejoicing at seeing QB1 leave the field, well, karma is real, and it comes in the form of a backup quarterback, Gunnar Stockton, tonight. He leads the Dogs down the field on their opening drive. Trevor Etienne punches it in, and the Dogs are back in the driver's seat, 13-6. Now Texas, 0 touchdowns on the day, so they go to Mr. Zero. DeAndre Moore Jr. sidesteps to the defender there for the game-tying touchdown. Texas right back at this one. We are tied up, but just when you think Texas has momentum, Kirby Smart goes into his bag of tricks and pulls out the ultimate trick play. They go for it on 4th down with the fake punt. 3 minutes left to play. It only gets worse. Quinn Ewers picked off, wishes he could take that back like a 2 a.m. text. Georgia leads, and just when all hope seems lost, who's that coming down the track? It's Jahdae Barron with an interception. Just go ahead and give him the Jim Thorpe already. That is going to open the door for this game-tying field goal from Bert Auburn. Erases those 2 field goals that he missed earlier, but this time, Dogs don't need 8 overtimes to punch it in. Trevor Etienne calls game here. The Longhorns fall 22-19. Jeff Jones and Corey Mose have more from Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the site of this year's SEC Championship. He's Corey Mose, I'm Jeff Jones, and Corey, Georgia came out on top in this one, 22-19. In every single football game, there are 3 phases that coaches and players emphasize. That's offense, defense, and special teams. Yeah. This time around, there was one of those 3 that was clearly leaning in Georgia's advantage.
Yeah, I think it was the special teams, Jeff. Of course, Bert Auburn missing those 2 field goals, but also at the beginning of the game, trying to do a reverse kickoff return that just didn't work out. They lost 14 yards on the play. But I think there was also one other play that you have in mind that changed the tide of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Midway through the 4th quarter, this stadium, which was packed with probably 75% Georgia fans, 25% Longhorns, the stadium erupted after Georgia pulled off a fake punt. It was from their own 30-yard line, so a kind of risky move on their part. At that point, the game was tied. UT just scored a touchdown to knot things up, and all the momentum was moving towards the burnt orange. But of course, that fake punt sent the momentum back to the other sideline. We talked to the guys after the game about how that one play changed the entire tide of this championship game.
And that's totally on me. You know, I gotta understand the formation. I gotta know. You know, I'm supposed to be the captain on special teams, so I gotta get my guys ready.
Great play call. They executed it well, and you know that was a big play for them.
You know, when your defense works so hard to get off the field, and they got to go do it again. You know, our defense is capable of doing it, but you know, in that phase of the game, we got to go dominate.
So if you follow the team closely and you know these players' personality, it should be no surprise that Michael Taft, a leader on the team, stepped up in that moment and said, you know what, that play was all on me. I'm the captain of the special teams, and I should have prepared people better. You know, Michael also kind of leads the emotional charge of this group. And Corey, you tell me after the game, the emotions seemed like they were in a pretty good place.
Yeah, Taft, speaking about him, he was one of the last guys to leave this field here behind us. Him, Jake Majors, Jahdae Barron, you can know they're one of the leaders on the team. So they watched Georgia celebrate before walking into the tunnel. But then as we talked to them after the game, spirits were a little bit high because they know that the season isn't over. There's a 12-team playoff now on the horizon. They have another home game on their schedule, and so a lot of the guys are excited about that. Of course, they wish they would have won the game tonight, but they still realize that it's not over yet.
You know, we're all disappointed. We want to come out on top. So, but you know, it's not the end of the world. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna learn from it. Watch film, get healthy over these 2 weeks, and then we're gonna come back stronger.
We wanted to win that game. You know, we didn't come this far for no reason. But I mean, we still got a lot of games to play. So we just gonna come out here, come back to the drawing board and handle business.
You know, we understand that we lost, but we understand that we're gonna be in the college football playoffs, and we got to keep fighting and keep pushing. This ain't the end of our story.
So, of course, the players are saying that the spirits are high, but also I was able to talk to one of the coaches on the staff, and he told us that he believes that the spirits are high and the guys are in a good place as well, just based off one small fact, Jeff. He said in years past, if a loss like this would have happened to this team, he would have to tell a lot of the guys to switch out their shoes, switch out their slides, because they'll become out of uniform after the game and out here on the field. He said this time around, everyone was in uniform when they came and talked to their family. He didn't have to get on none of the guys, and so they're still locked in unity as they have more games to play.
All right, and they